This is Jake Pittman with Team Nutmeg. This is the first level of our team project. At the start, the player will have to build a bridge across the river. They will be able to do so by finding wood at the start of the level. Once they cross, they'll have to jump through this window to make it through into the building because the door is locked. Once inside, the player will either put a block on the pressure plate or stand on the pressure plate themselves to open this door. And once inside of this room, the player will find turrets that they will have to dodge by either moving quickly or using the barriers placed around the room. They will crawl through this hole and enter this room with a bunch of different cases. They will have to search until they find the right case that opens the secret passage. And in this room, the player will have to find a key card. To do so, they'll start off by lifting boxes and crates to search under them and eventually find the key card. Once they have the key card, they can move into the next room. And in this room, the player will find another pressure plate. They will have to stand on it and place one of the wood pieces next to it to jam the door to stop it from closing. In here is just a simple obstacle put in the player's way that they'll have to climb and crawl over. In this room, the elevator room, they will be prompted that the elevator is out, and they will have to replace the battery to get the elevator working again. Once they can use the elevator, they will open it and go inside of it and find themselves on the second floor. Once here, they will find fire that they will have to put out by using the buckets of water. And they will be in the next room where they can use the grabnel to move these boxes out of the way. It's a very simple setup for this next hallway where there's a turret and a block. The player is able to use the grabnel and walk down the hallway using the block as a barricade for the turret. Once they've made it through, if they die, they'll be sent back to the beginning of the room. There's a checkpoint there. Once they've made it through this hallway with the turret, the player will then have to grab this wooden plank and knock the door down with it by dragging it through. Inside of this room, they will find a piece of dynamite that they will need to exit the building. In this room, they will be told to place the dynamite on this wall and then move to the other side of the room behind this conveniently placed bunker for the explosion to trigger and for them to be able to exit the level and move on to the second level in our team project.
Hello, my name is Brian Fitzgerald. I am a designer for the game Scraps, and I'm about to do a playthrough of my level, Captain Scurvy's Mutiny Park. When you first enter the lobby, you'll be greeted with the Captain Scurvy. These animatronics will help guide the player towards hints of where they need to go. As Captain Scurvy tells us that we can get access to the elevator, but we need to find power. Here it is. Now that we have the elevator open, we can go up to the second floor. Once we reach the second floor, we'll be greeted with another Captain Scurvy that will tell us that we need to find a kitchen key. Throughout your discoveries in this room, you'll find things such as fake treasure, a CSAM card, and the kitchen key. Once you find the CSAM card, you can use this card on future Captain Scurvys that will give you more detailed hints of what's to come. For an example, this Captain Scurvy has told us that we can find the nearest kitchen worker key 13 steps east. Now that we have the key, we can go through the kitchen and progress through the rest of the level. The water seems electrified, so I should probably stay out of it. Once we reach the end here, you'll be greeted with yet another Captain Scurvy that will tell us that we need to get to the ship's wheel and gain control of the ship. On the ship's deck, you'll find animatronic turrets that will shoot the player, causing damage if hit. Once you find the ship's wheel, we can press Q to tilt left, or E to tilt right. Doing so will move heavy boxes on the deck, sliding left and right in the position you're turning and destroying the turrets. Doing this grants us swift access to the front of the ship. We'll just turn this valve off to lower the water level, granting us access to below decks. Once we reach below decks, we'll be told by Captain Scurvy that there are pirates still below decks, and that they'll be very dangerous. Now, there are two ways we can go about this. We can move these heavy boxes to make a path of safe passage, or, if we're really daring, we can just run past them and hope not to get hit. Once we make it to the beach, we'll agree with Captain Scurvy. He'll tell us that we need to go make our way to the other side. Use these planks that are set aside to build a path to the other side, but I have to be careful. For if the player stands on them for too long, they begin to sink, and the water will deal damage to you. The other end of that, we'll have to make our way through this octopus. The octopus has 3 specified arms. One that the player can jump over, one the player can crouch under, and one that will push the player off if caught right in the middle. Once you made it past the octopus, you'll make your way through the rubble and find pretty much a damaged wall. You'll either break your way through or make your way to the next level.
Hello, this is Hasley, and for my level, you have to find a scroll. You will be in a cabin in the woods. You'll have to go over pillars and under to get items. Move certain blocks to reach higher places, and crouch to go into other rooms. You continue to jump over pillars and go under until you reach upstairs. You use this plank to reach the platforms. And in this room, you need to collect the key card. You are also able to move paintings to find hidden rooms with items in them. You go over the pillars and then under to find the scroll and avoid the turret. And you've escaped the building.
Well, this is William Chestnut for the final area of our team's level. As you approach the warehouse, you're given an objective and a little message that says, "Hey, I need to find a way out of here, but I can use the radio tower that's at the top of the building." There is an item hidden here in the corner. There's an item at the end of this hallway. And what you have to do is press this button, and of course, the door's not open. Again. All my animations are gonna definitely be gone again.
Just keep going on the recording. You have to turn one in God mode. So be the one that is engraved.
Okay. Here. Have to do that again for some weird reason.
Probably better off just removing that door and then putting a stairway up to the top floor.
I don't think they'll be small enough to get it to do it.
Unless you think you can animate them again.
My radio tower is also gone.